There's nothing more frustrating than spending your time and effort working with a prospect and getting to the end of a sales process only to not close the sale. Today, I'm going to teach you the 3 most important sales skills that I have learned over my sales career and how to apply them in your life so that you can find success in sales. Most people aren't great at communicating. Very few people know how to sell in an effective way, and almost no one knows how to close a sale whenever it comes to the end. The majority of most salespeople are great at one aspect in sales, whether that's prospecting, lead generation, cold calling, emailing, following up, presenting their product. But if you only get good at one skill and can't close the deal, then all you will ever amount to in sales is that one skill that you've acquired. Unfortunately, for all the salespeople out there who are great at presenting their product but can never seem to close the sale, they will never watch their revenue grow. Closing deals is the only way that you will increase the money in your pockets if you are in sales. So the 3 skills that you must master if you want to earn more money begin with skill number 1, and that's empathy. The definition of empathy is the ability to identify with or understand another's situation or feelings. Having empathy in your sales process allows you to feel what the prospect is feeling, to understand and to know what they are going through, and to connect with them on a personal level. Everyone hates feeling like they're being sold to. I hate it, and I'm in sales. People don't like the feeling that they're being sold to, and often when they get this feeling that someone's trying to sell them something that they don't need, it's often because the person selling it lacks empathy. They found the prospect somehow and immediately went into the sales tactic of pitching, making sure that before they ever got the chance to get booted again by yet another prospect, they shared with them all the benefits and the features of their product or service. And no one cares what you are selling unless you have empathy and feel the same pain that they feel. Empathy in the sales process gives you an advantage because you no longer have to listen to the conversation for a point where you can interject and begin pitching your product or service, but rather you can listen with the intent to understand the prospect's point of view. A professor of mine in college told me to be an empathetic listener and that I will succeed beyond measure. I remember this so vividly, and I carry it not only in sales but in all relationships that I have. This one tool has helped me to gain and build relationships, to grow businesses, and to make a ton of money in sales. And that brings us to skill number 2, which is to find the pain. If you think of sales like going to the doctor's office, you typically go in because you have pain or discomfort of some sort. The doctor doesn't just come out into the lobby and say, here are all the medicines we have, here's the benefits of this one, here's the organic ingredients of this one will help with that, this one will help with that. They don't do that. They first diagnose you. They ask you questions. Why are you here today? Where's the pain that you're feeling? On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad does the pain hurt? Do you know what caused the pain? And this is the exact same scenario every time you are on a sales call. Asking questions is the key to drawing out answers within your prospect and getting them to open up about their pain. When you ask the right open-ended questions, you show the prospect that you care by having empathy, and you connect with them on a much deeper level than most pushy salespeople. You aren't struggling in sales because of your lack of product knowledge. You may know the product better than everyone in the entire industry, but if you do not know how to find the pain of the prospect, you will never sell them anything. There's often the place where your prospect is and the place where your prospect wants to be. And your job is to uncover the pain points, problems, and concerns that they have and to show them how your product or your service will take them from where they are now to where they want to be. Having empathy is growing the relationship, and finding the pain point is the reason you will continue the conversation. But once you diagnose your prospect, you have to work on skill number 3, which is having integrity. 90% of salespeople come off as sleazy and don't care at all about your well-being or what's generally best for you. And this is why people hate salespeople. Having integrity means that you do everything with the best intentions and that you aren't just out trying to make a quick buck or a quick sale by scamming someone. People can tell when you aren't genuine in your actions, and they can tell by your tone in the conversation if you are a person who does what you say you will do. The number one mistake that new salespeople make is selling without integrity because they think that they just need to make the sale no matter if it means screwing over their prospect. And that may get you one initial sale, but those prospects will never return and do business with you again. I learned this in sales a couple years ago, and what I found was that when I showed the prospect that I had integrity, my closing rate went through the roof. So how did I show the prospect that I had integrity? In technology sales at the company that I work for, we're fortunate enough to have multiple products and services that pertain to different industries within business. I remember working with a CPA firm who needed a new phone system because theirs was old and outdated, and we happen to sell VoIP phone systems. I went in and spoke with the owner and discovered that their current vendor was giving them an incredible deal on their phone system that was nowhere near what we could match. So on the spot, I looked up that company and found that they actually offered a VoIP phone system as well. I told the owner that he could just stay with his current vendor and upgrade to their VoIP phone system because they were less expensive, but to let me look at all their copiers that they had throughout their office. He was blown away by the fact that I didn't try and sell him our phone system on the spot, but that I helped him discover a better solution for his firm. He immediately was open to showing me all the copiers throughout their office, going over all the contracts they currently had, and I ended up closing 2 color MFPs that day and began the conversation of using us for managed IT. By having integrity in this situation, I was able to help the prospect understand that I wasn't there just to sell them something regardless of their status, but that I was there to help them solve their pain. This simple act gave the prospect a reason to trust me, and I began using this on every sales call that I went on. I continuously call prospects and ask them questions about their business. What processes are you using? What are you struggling with? If you could have the dream solution to your problem, what would it be? And I help them find a solution even if I'm not the one selling it. Why? Because they're more likely to work with me in the future because of the integrity that I had when I worked with them. Having integrity and listening with the intent to understand the prospect's perspective, finding their pain by asking open-ended questions, and being a person with integrity will take you further in sales than you ever imagined possible. So if you learned something from this video, hit the like and the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to be notified anytime I release a new video. And if you want to elevate your sales game even more, then watch my next video, Transform Your Life in 6 Months, a step-by-step guide. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.